Most will ignore XDC until it's 50 cents. By then, the real opportunity will be gone. Currently, XDC is aligning with new European regulations alongside Hedera and Ripple, also gaining global traction in trade finance and driving RWA adoption behind the scenes. But most will not notice until the price confirms it. So let's break it down before everyone else catches up. So if you hold XDC or just enjoy watching the XDC videos, be sure to leave a like down below. And with that said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so a quick reminder for every video that we make that this is not financial advice and for entertainment purposes only. Nothing in crypto is guaranteed and you could lose all of your money. Stay safe and do your own research. Now first, I want to share a product that we show on the channel once a week, the Decent Hardware Cold Wallet. Now there's a new feature available. Typically on a cold storage wallet, you either have a 12 or 24 word seed phrase. Now you have the option for a 25th word passphrase, custom up to 8 characters, letters, or numbers. And if someone gets your 24 words, they can't access your wallet. It's an extra layer of security and it's optional. Now, why would you want the Decent Hardware Cold Wallet? Well, availability 75 plus blockchain networks and 3,900 plus tokens. And it was one of the first cold storage wallets to support XDC and its network, the XRC20 tokens. Also, affordability. This is cheaper than any wallet out there, and with the links down below, you get 30% off. So if you want a wallet that is easy to use with biometric authentication, hassle-free updates, and is secure, go and check out the discounted links down below in the description. Moving on to the video, nobody buys the bottom. Here's quite a funny tweet in a sarcastic tone talking about the usual investor journey. So last time I did not sell because I thought we were going to go a lot higher. Then at the lows, I prayed we would get back to this level so I could sell. Now we're here, I believe we're going higher. Typically investing with emotion rather than logic, and nobody wants to buy at the lows. They hesitate when the price finally climbs, and then when the price actually explodes, they want to line up for the buy entries. This is very typical, similar to this Bitcoin graphic. Everyone is lining up at a higher price point. And with XDC, I was completely honest in the thumbnail, right? The best price point you could have gotten in at was 2-3 cents, but we are past that. The second best time is now. And XDC at 7 cents is gaining on XRP and HBAR, but not in ways you may think, right? Currently, the market capitalization of XDC in terms of rank is 71. HBAR 16 and XRP is 4th, miles away. But XDC Network recently joined the Mika Crypto Alliance alongside Ripple and Hedera. Now again, let me say that again. XDC is ranked 71. Why not a top 30 or top 40 cryptocurrency, right? This is not just a membership, it's a move forward to shape the future of regulated digital finance. And this happened again recently in a previous XDC video when it came to the Panama City Council making history as the first government institution to accept cryptocurrency payments. And we've seen the usual cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin. Then we have XDC out of nowhere, a ranked 71 cryptocurrency. This is not a coincidence. And Hedera is sharing the fact that XDC has joined the alliance, so it's not some distant connection we have here. We can also see that members of the alliance will benefit from access to exclusive resources and support from industry leaders that will simplify compliance with the new regulatory standards. So XDC's enterprise solutions will be more attractive to big companies and financial institutions because they are in line with the EU's regulations. Also, similarly with Quant Network and the Digital Euro, we looked for clues beforehand that might give us an inkling as to what was going to come. This kind of did. So on the ITSA, we can see Zinfin XDC, and further down under utility token, a crypto asset in the scope of Mika, a utility token. And alongside XDC, you have QNT, HBAR, and a few more. Now, XDC has proved itself as a utility token and will continue to do so with actions like this. Now, here we can see the RWA value of different cryptocurrencies. You have Aptos at 345 million, Algorand 362 million, and Stellar, a top 20 cryptocurrency, at 476 million. XDC is tokenizing 500 million tokenized assets with LIQI. And this is not just about tokenization, it's about doing it at scale within the regulatory framework. So a project ranked 71 is part of an alliance with top 20 and top 10 projects. It's been accepted for payment by government with top 10 and top 20 projects and is tokenizing more in terms of RWAs than top 20 projects. When is that going to be reflected in the price? Not long, I believe. Moving on to XDC has seen what many others have missed. Right? XDC launched back in 2019 amidst the explosion, or just before the explosion, of decentralized finance, NFTs. That can begin as a problem when it's in a niche category, but it's better as time goes on. And we have seen that it has by identifying problems in the global trade industry valued in the tens of trillions. These inefficiencies being a lack of reliable technology, XDC has solved that by being a hybrid blockchain with enterprise grade security, trading digitally with MLETR compliant paperless systems, seamlessly interoperable with existing trade infrastructure, fully auditable transactions with complete trade logs, and built for global standards like ISO 20022. And finally, XDC is backed by financial giants, but it's under wraps. Many want visual confirmation of exchange listings, partnerships, when they're out there in the open, but when that happens, the risk to reward ratio, the best entry to that trade, is usually passed by that point. You have to look towards the breadcrumbs, find out before the masses do. And here's a great find by Tokenizer. Inizio partnering with JP Morgan to digitize trade finance processes, specifically the bills of exchange. Now, the specific underlying technology used in this partnership has not been mentioned, but as Tokenizer states, there is hints of XDC with a hybrid blockchain solution. And Tokenizer also states, as we know, Inizio is built on the XDC network, and XDC is one of the few hybrid DLT solutions that is viable at scale in trade finance for this operation. We also know that Lloyds Bank back in 2023 completed the first digital trade transaction under new UK legislation using Inizio. We also know Lloyds Bank is part of the TFD initiative alongside XDC. We also know trade finance is super conservative, right? They would not go ahead with things until there's full ISO 20022 alignment, legal clarity, and a stable environment for this to actually come through. Right? They're likely operating under sandbox agreements. And we also have proof that trade finance is conservative because we have to look no further than the Electronic Trade Documents Act. Right? Think back to the Bills of Exchange Act from 1882, where all trade documents had to be verified in paper or ink. Only in 2023, we finally went digital. That should paint the picture for you. But that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. Most are going to wait for XCC to enter the high price points. Now, I'm not guaranteeing we're going to go to 50 cents. I'm not saying this is the bottom of the market, but looking at where we are from the lows, where we are in the market, looking forward years ahead, 5 years, 10 years ahead, I think this is a good entry point for my positions. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the channel for future updates. We try and dig a little bit deeper, find stuff before it comes out there. We did that in the previous video with the digital euro. And also, consider checking out my members only video. Now, I've created this a series where I showcase my private portfolio. And I've only made it private because I don't want to share that to everyone. Right? I'm showing my exact positions in my private portfolio and updates every single week with what I'm doing, what I'm buying, and what I'm selling. So if you're interested, go and check that out. But if you made this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.